Moving on to project risk management. As identified by the PMBOK, initially in the project risk management process, the project manager should conduct risk management work and then identify and analyze risks. Later, he or she should develop risk response plans, which will control risks on an ongoing basis. Film and television, however, is a very unique process because it is one of the few areas where 100% of the investment is placed up front. Unlike technology or software projects, for example, it's very difficult to begin making a film and then decide midstream if you want to reduce or increase the scope. The blueprint of a film exists in the form of a screenplay, and while certain things may be changed in the development process, such as cutting actors or scenes, many choices need to be made in the pre-production process that will determine the cost of the overall project. This includes choice of actors, choice of visual effects, choice of locations, and choice of key stakeholders such as the director. As a result, if there is a studio financing the film, the studio executive, as the project sponsor, will then refer the project to a financial evaluation and forecasting department. This department will run complex analysis based on past performance of similar projects, and this could include, but not be limited to, genre, cast, subject, director, budget range, etc. It is the combination of analysis of these factors that will often help determine if project has a certain level of tolerable risk, and often is what determines if the project will get greenlit and actually get made, or if it will languish in what is commonly referred to as development hell, where the studio executives and producers will continue to develop an idea in order to change the story or change the cost parameters so that it can get to a place where it can be made with a minimal level of risk. This can also be done by a creative producer as part of a pitch package, but there is less of a formal industry standard analysis process outside of the studio system. It's also worth noting that part of these calculations is also the amounts of ancillary income. For example, if a project is expected to cost $100 million, but the project sponsor anticipates additional income from toys and merchandise and t-shirts, for example, then that will go into the overall risk management decisions for a film and TV project. From a financing perspective, there are several things that project sponsors can do to mitigate financial risk, including production incentives by shooting in certain territories, but these kind of risk mitigation strategies would require their own separate lecture, so I'll just leave it at that. Once we move past the development process into physical production, there are a number of things that are done by line producers and by the integration management team, if you will, to mitigate risks. For example, cover sets. A cover set is an alternative filming location that is reserved in case the original filming location is unusable for any reason, including rain, fire, flood, the location manager mysteriously disappearing, etc. You discover that your shooting location is on federal land and your permits don't count. This actually happened to me one time. And any kind of last minute changes that would require a quick evaluation, because you are paying as part of the cost plan and budget all of these people hundreds of dollars a day, and you want to make sure that you are actually creating deliverable dailies in that day. Another aspect is reshoots, which is more and more commonly used in practice and can be used as a part of quality risk management.